Hello again, my name's Anna Schmidt and welcome to my channel. Today I would like to talk with you about cosmic beings. It's another word for ETs or aliens, but I do a lot of work channeling and working with off-worldly energy beings. And the extraterrestrial beings don't like being called ETs or aliens. They find it highly disrespectful. So a friend of mine suggested that we call them cosmic beings, which I just love. It just rolls off the tongue. So the cosmic beings I've been working with a lot more closely lately. They're present all the time as we are moving into 2022. I feel like they're going to be working with and channeling through a lot more of us here on Earth. Now, cosmic beings connect with us because the Earth planet, as they tell me, is a training ground. It's like a school. They tell me that a lot of beings come from all over the universe and they use Earth as a place to learn, to change their perspectives, to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I suppose, or as a whole. So quite often they will say to me that, why are you here? Why do you think you are here? And my answer still is, I don't quite know personally, because my job keeps changing. Initially, I was a spiritual reader. I do life coaching now. I'm a house healer, a spirit clearer, an author, and I teach people about psychic development. And they said to me again, why do you think you are here? And when I really thought about it, all of those things that I've just described are all spiritual, they're all psychic development, they're all slightly off-worldly in their own way. So they said to me, yeah, you're on the right track, keep going. I am here to help assist humanity raise their vibration. We are all off-worldly beings, we are all cosmic beings, they say to me, but some people have forgotten where they have come from and what they have learned in the past. They've become assimilated into the way that Earth works with society and all the things that like to control us and judge us and make us behave certain ways. They've lost their path. So there's quite a few of us around the Earth. I call them Wayfinders. We help others find their way. Now, I've always been different, which I talk about in another one of my videos called Acceptance. And it took me a long time to accept that I was different. I knew I was connected to something else, not here, not from the Earth realm. I knew the Earth realm was some sort of training ground or place where we needed to come to revise and learn. But when I was younger, I didn't quite have all of the aspects of it and didn't know how to put it together. So now when I think about it, it just makes perfect sense that Earth is a place where lots of different beings come from all over the universe, where they can train and learn and just grow and become better versions of themselves. So today we're going to look at some of the aspects that you might feel that you are different from other people and you just don't get it. You don't know why. People don't understand you, all right? There's nothing wrong with you. I can absolutely tell you that now. It's just that you are more awake than some of the other people around you, and you are what I call the Wayfinder. So you are here to show other people different perspectives and different ways of doing things. Excuse me. So you'll find that you very early on had some idea about what your life purpose is. You didn't quite know how to get there, but you knew it wasn't to be a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or a school teacher. You had some sort of spiritual purpose that was out there, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it yet. So you've always known that you were different. So you will try lots of different courses. You'll do Reiki, you'll do sound therapy, you'll work with crystals, you'll do some psychic development. And this is the perfect thing for you to do to unlock and remember the skills that you already have. Because as a psychic development teacher, I talk to people all the time. We are all naturally psychic. We are all naturally spiritual. But it's about whether you want to adopt that as part of your life, or whether you're quite happy just living the life that you're living now, right? So I don't judge people. I just help them understand that there are other aspects out there that you can adopt. Now, quite often, people who are spiritually aware that they are from other places can find that the earth realm is just, it's really hard to be here. The emotions that people project, the environment that we live in, the food that we have to eat just doesn't agree with our bodies. We have to find ways to adjust and adapt to that. And that is absolutely normal. I've found that I've gone from eating rather a terrible diet over the years when I was younger to eating a very high vibrational diet now of fresh veggies. I'm a meat eater and that's okay. Drink water, herbal teas, keep away from things like sugar and coffee and other things that can upset my energy system. Because I know very well that if I put something into my body that it doesn't agree with, it will let me know. And I soon know not to do it again. Now, quite often people will ask me about angels and archangels. How, if they're cosmic beings, just like the other cosmic beings, I'll use the word extraterrestrial just to define between the two. How is it that they can all be cosmic beings, but they're different? They have a different vibration from each other. I asked this question the other day because I've been curious about this for a long time, because quite often we see angels and archangels as people, but yet we see the extraterrestrial or cosmic beings as something that's not quite human. And I wondered why is this? We have put up a protective barrier around ourselves, if you want to look at it in that way. Because in my younger days, I actually saw archangels in a different form, and it didn't correlate with what I'd been taught when I was younger. So I'd look at these archangel presences in my life and I'm like, I really quite don't know what you are or who you are, but you feel the energy of them felt friendly, it felt comfortable, it felt like they were here to assist. But the way I envisioned them wasn't the way that you see them in books and in movies, and they've got this angelic glow. They are a vibration, the same as the other cosmic beings, our extraterrestrial beings. Everything has a vibration. So the difference between the angels, archangels, and the extraterrestrials is that they just have a different vibration. They're on a different vibrational ranking in the system. I can't explain it to you any other way. But they just said to me, we are all cosmic beings. And I had someone look me very closely in the face, in my third eye, and looked at me and said, you are a cosmic being too. And I went, oh, how exciting. I found that quite exciting to think that we're included in this. Because we are all not from here. Earth is a training ground. And we've come here to relearn, to readjust, to change our ways, to embrace the vibration of living in a higher vibration. So I work with the Law of Vibrational Energies as well. That's part of my learning, is I work with all vibrational beings, angels, archangels, elementals, our cosmic extraterrestrial beings, our low vibrational, dark and demonic energies. We are all a vibration and we all come from one source. So some people will find that challenging to think, well, how can you say that angels and archangels come from the same place as the demonic energies? When you think about it, from my perspective, I can only explain it one way. We have all come from one mass consciousness. We've all come from one initial place, and we've been dispersed through the universe doing whatever it is we do. A lot of us are here on Earth. We are here to learn. Now, our vibration is defined by our thoughts, our words, our actions, and our reactions. So when I work with the lower vibrational energies, they're not frightening, they're not scary. They're just beings that have made different choices to us. And our level of vibration is different to theirs. That's why they can feel. They're very heavy, very dense, can be quite prickly, can make you feel unwell, which is I talk about in some of my other videos about how to recognize signs of when lower vibrational beings are around, is that they just have a different vibration to us. Whereas if you go to the other end of the scale, light beings, so working with God Source Creator, working with the Christ energy, working with any of the ascended masters, angels, archangels, they're very powerful and you will feel their presence, but it is light and it is warm and it's just got a lighter feel to it. So working with both ends of the scale, I have quite a good understanding about where this vibrational idea has come from. Now, I'm not a scientist. I can't explain it in fancy ways other than we are all cosmic beings. We have all come from one mass consciousness. We've come here to learn. Some have made better choices than others. So the lower vibrational energies, they can still work on themselves. People say to me, when you clear lower vibrational energies from homes, from people's energy fields and from the environment, where do they go? What do you do with them? Well, I don't do anything with them because I don't have the right to do anything with them. There are higher powers that work with these energies. So I am one of the people around the world as a conduit to work for the higher vibration on the earth. So when I specialize in working with the paranormal energies. It's just something I'm good at. I'm not afraid of them. They're actually they've got a lot to say, which is what I'll be talking about in my next book, which will be coming out next year. So the lower vibrational energies, when they're removed from a home, they have two choices. They either go back to where they came from, or if they're ready and through their own free will, they have the choice to transition into a special place in what I call the afterlife waiting room. So when any being transitions from one form, as we do, out of this fleshy body into our next form, our soul energy goes back to a place so that we can then either reincarnate or become a teacher or a guide or whatever it is that we do. The lower vibrational energies have the same choice, but it's all free will. And now, as I'm doing more and more and more of this transitional work with these beings, they trust me. They come forward because they know that there's no retaliation, there is no judgment, and there is no punishment for them. If they are consciously making a choice to better themselves, they just have to step over that threshold. I just see it as a line. I see it as a line through this doorway. They make a conscious choice to transition into what I call the healing space in the afterlife waiting room. So that is a place where they go to work on themselves until their vibration is at such a level that they can then move on to the mass consciousness. So as an example, I have seen dark energy in my early days of working with them when they used to be grounded. This is a process that I was shown to use in the old days. I don't use it much anymore. So as some of them were being grounded, their black sort of crusty coating on the outside, which is all the deeds that they've done, all the poor choices that they've made, become part of their coating. As they've been grounded into Mother Earth, this coating is cracking open. And what comes out of that crack is this little white wisp of energy. Sometimes I've seen a ball, and sometimes I've seen this white wisp of energy. Because if you remember, we are all cosmic beings that have all come from one place initially. These energies have been grounded, and they've made that conscious choice to surrender themselves to become something better. I'm getting a big tingle when I say this. And you see that casing open up, and it is so, so joyous to see that white light go off, to be with the mass consciousness again. So cosmic beings come in all different rankings, and none of them deem being made afraid of. We do that. We've created fear. I'm going to use the word extraterrestrial beings. We've created fear of these beings. Right? We've created love for the Archangel beings. We've created hatred and paranoia about the dark energy beings. We are all just a different vibration. And when you can look at it that way and go, that kind of actually makes sense. So I hope you found something interesting out of this today, and it just opens up your perspective to think about your life, why you are here on the earth, what it is you want to be doing with your life. You know, you may have a career that you've thought, I have to be that. Well, actually, you don't. You can choose what you want to do while you are here on this earth training ground. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. There's lots more inspirational videos on my channel. I talk about all sorts of different things. As I was saying before, I have many different aspects of my work life and my personal life that I share. And I hope to talk with you again soon. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. And bye for now.